Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are starting a journey, a true journey. We are going to be setting up a grow tent, a complete grow tent sponsored by Spider Farmer. This video is sponsored by Spider Farmer, by the way. Hey, thanks guys for working with me. And we are going to be setting up a complete grow kit that I'm going to be keeping forever in this room. This is a big thing. Let me just show you. This is the box they sent me. In this video, we're going to be setting up and then propagating some plants. We are going to be propagating my Ilsamanii in this video. And then we are going to be growing for a month. Well, 3.5, 2.5 weeks-ish. It depends. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you like this type of content. I make a ton of fun content, I think. Also, I have YouTube memberships if you want to check out to join the community. But yeah, we're gonna set this up. Like, subscribe. Let's get into it. This first part, I'm just gonna really be setting it up. I feel like that's gonna be boring, so we're just gonna breeze through it.
So here's all the extra accessories that come with my grow tent. What I didn't show you in this little tiny clip is the big grow light and the cover for the tent and all the other little things. But I was so impressed when I was setting this up. I cannot stress to you how fast it took me to set this up. I think maybe it took me a total of 15 to 20 minutes to set up the entire grow tent, and it actually was so quality, and it was way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Let me show you guys on camera how big this is, okay? I have my feet against the base and my hands against the top. I'm 5'3" and my arms almost extend. If I go diagonal, it's a perfect 5'3". So this is pretty darn big. I'm gonna grow now. I've always wanted to be tall. Okay. Raven! Yeah, I can.
Go. Keep growing. But he's worse.
Then I just had the finishing touches to set up the rest of my grow tent.
Okay, so it's been a minute since I've seen you. I want to give you a rundown on the grow tent. For starters, it is completely set up, and I did decide not to use the carbon filter, mostly because it was like, it's really only to filter out like bad odors and stuff. So I'm not gonna set up the carbon filter. So here's what I do have set up though. This, by the way, did not come included. That's mine. Here's my light. This is a Spider Farmer light. It's a Spider Farmer SF2000 light, and it has all these little controls and everything. And it also has this fan, which I have set up right here. As you can see, it do be blowing. Here's the Spider Farmer everything, and it looks really nice. It also has a detachable floor piece, so that way if you spill or like there's a big thing you need to clean, you can easily just take this part out. Hello, it's me, your mother. Right now, so the tent's there. I have a ton of plants in there. We're gonna do a full tour, but first, we're actually gonna propagate my Ilsamanii. I've been wanting to propagate it for a while, but it's really, really big now, and I bought these pots to put the children in. I normally don't do this, but this plant is not a plant I'm willing to lose. Sanitize our shears right there. All right, and here's that one. So I believe we've divided the root system up pretty evenly. So we have this chonk down here now, which I really hope will grow. Pot her right up.
So now that my Ilsamanii was propagated, it was time to finish organizing all of the plants in my new grow tent, and I think it came together really, really nicely.
Okay, so I just filmed a whole clip and it just pooped out on me. So I'm done for the night. This is the end of day one. I'm not gonna do a full tour, but I am gonna show you what I have. So here's the top row. I tried to go anthurium towards philodendron. But yeah, here's our little top row. And then we have the middle row, which is where most of the Ilsamanii are, down there. Then we have the bottom row, which is Hoya and Orchids, and my 2 prop boxes. Then we have my little humidifier, and I'm gonna wrap it up for day one because I'm tired and my room's a mess and it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna wrap this up and eat some food and edit a video for tomorrow. Good morning, friends. I have just a little bit of bad news. This is our first check-in since, you know, the whole thing. Hi, Raven. I think I've been caring for the tent a little bit incorrectly. Here's what leads me to believe that. I have discovered a couple plants with some leaves that aren't doing good. In fact, I would wager to say they might have bacteria, but I don't know what would be causing that. Other than maybe it's too bright, so I actually turned down the brightness in here. Or maybe it's like not damp enough. Yeah, I'm not sure. So we're gonna take a look at everything. And I'm also gonna water everything as well. I'm worried that there's thrips. Like, I'm worried that there's thrips in here. I took a little bit of a look around and then I went down and I had breakfast. I have 2 exhibits so far. Also, I did just take a shower, so my hair's like wet. And the thing is, I feel like I'm definitely seeing some sort of thrip damage, again, which makes me very nervous. So basically what I'm seeing, and I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but there's this little like patch right here. You can kind of see it's kind of illuminating. It's that little patch. And it's just not good. I don't exactly know what it is, but that's what showed up when I got that massive bacterial infection. And I've lived in fear of it happening again ever since. So still no thrips. It could just be that it's like not doing well. But here's a better. So what's happening to that leaf is this. Let me actually turn you this way. You see that? That like little spot where it's thinning, that is bacterial typically. Also the fact that the leaf is super duper thin, like, I mean, you touch it and you can just tell that there's something wrong. I was getting ahead of myself. The situation is not bad. The situation literally only involves that one cutting. I did remove the bad piece from the Silsamanii, so it does not matter. All 5 of these plants are mine. It won't be until they put out propagations that I'll be trading them, which probably won't be till next spring. So what I've done now is I'm actually switching out my humidifier because I had one in there and it broke like while it was in there, and I think it's just because it was old. So I'm putting this newer one in. This is my other Alec Holmes humidifier. The thing though with like the whole greenhouse thing and humidifiers is you turn it on for 5 minutes and then leave it. Like, don't let it run because you will rot all your plants because it will be too wet in there because it's already wet enough without any humidity. That's something I like did not listen to people before. Like back in the day when I had my first greenhouse, I would just let the humidifier go all day. And guess what? I lost a ton of my plants to rot. So we've already seen tons of growth happening. Here's my strawberry shake. This new leaf right here. But then we also have this little trumpet right here, this little thing, that is a new leaf that's coming out right now. This dude. And then we actually have another new leaf coming in from the 3rd growth point, but you cannot see it because it is so small. But it's right here. It's that little leaf right there coming in. I got a varicosum a couple weeks ago. He looks so good. And then we also have another new leaf on our Begonia Ferox coming in right there. I would show you how freaking big the Gigas is back here. I've already picked him up and put him down again already today, and it's just like a lot. The Mame is doing amazing. So this is our new leaf right here. And I was keeping it too bright. It was definitely too bright in here, and you can tell because the new leaves are like bleached on quite a few of these plants here. So I actually turned down the light. We're still waiting, I think, on a new pink princess. Oh, no, it's coming out too. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we do have a itty bitty tiny little pink princess leaf starting to come through right here. We have this stem, right? And he's got his growth point. But then we have this one, which I cut. I actually chopped this, and we actually have 2 new growth points coming in. And it looks like this one actually switched to caterpillar growth, which is exciting. What else? I mean, literally almost everything is growing, so. My Wilbur Graves is also turning a little pink, but I don't think it's bright enough for you to see yet. I think that's where we'll end this little update for now. I'll let my plants rest. Turn maybe the light down just a little bit more. I'll see you guys later. It has been this amount of time. I'm gonna show you all of the plants. I debated on doing little in-between check-ins, but I was like, you know what? People only want to see where we started, this date, and where we've ended, this date. And I wanted to let this go a little bit longer. Honestly, another week I think would be really good. But alas, I have to go visit my family. We have a family member coming over to stay at our house to be with Raven. So me and Christopher can go visit my parents. All the plants in my grow tent, I'm gonna give you a complete tour and you're gonna see the difference where we started and now where we are, I think 3 to 3.5 weeks later. So I do have some overall impressions I just want to share with you. Number one, you need to be really careful with how bright you make the light. I did sunburn quite a few of my plants because for the first week I had it on like I think 65 to 70 watts, and all of my plants, well not all of them, but a lot of the philodendron like that were on the top row just completely sun bleached themselves. Like some of the leaves are just completely white. Didn't happen to all the philodendron, but it did happen to some of the more like thin leaf ones. So that is something to be aware of. I've had it on like a 20 watt for the last week and a half. Kind of messing around with changing it. I brought it down to 45 for a bit, then I brought it down to 20, and 20 seems to be a really good sweet spot. I haven't seen any more like sunburn damage since then. So that's my fault. That is not the tent. Tent is 10 out of 10. Number one, the fan is great. I love the fan. It turns on so easy. You do need to open one of the vents so that it doesn't just like make the whole thing expand super big. For starters, here are all of the plants. I'm gonna turn the light down just a little bit so you guys can see things better. It's a very yellow tint in here. But everything is totally killing it. I did have a couple leaves, like I said, have some issues, but I've already removed them, so you won't even see them. So there's a ton of new growth, and there's some really exciting things happening. So first of all, let me give you a general tour. So down here I have my prop boxes. These have been left propped open. So that's cool. They get a lot of humidity. Same thing with this one. He's actually got a plant on top of him right now though. So Micans are doing good. Down here we have the Hoya. I've kind of just stacked them on each other because it doesn't really matter really where they go. Love this one. Love this one. Hoya are just kind of down here living their best little lives. Haven't seen too much, well, this one's growing actually, but not too much new growth on the Hoya, but also Hoya are extremely slow growing. So actually Parasitica's putting out a new leaf. New leaf right there. This guy right here also, he's working on a new little spot. You can see right there. Little hand is being thrown. Anything over here? Looks like we got Finlay Sanii. Hands being thrown right there. The huge Kellyana has been popping off since being here. You can see a new little leaf sticking out right there. Over here we have my orchids. These are specifically my Paphia petalum and my Cattleya. And these guys have been loving the humidity. They're at the very bottom, so when I turn this on, they pretty much just get flooded because the humidity goes up and then it just comes down and it sits all along the little dudes down here, and they all love it. Now that they've been on the ground where they're pretty much always getting a lot of humidity, they've been putting out new leaves. The color of them just looks better. Like this is a new leaf right here. These two leaves right at the top are both brand new. This is new right here. And there's a lot of little babies, like this guy's putting out some babies, and I don't know, it's just really nice. Also the Hoya Bella albumarginata is doing good, the one Brooke gave me. See, you can see like the humidity just fills it up. And then obviously when the gate is in front right here, it just like fills it up to about here with just wet humidity. So it's great. This is a brand new leaf. I'm so excited for this one to like put out a flower. I'm hoping we get one soon. This is my contrast one, and I want to see the black flower, dude. We haven't seen anything on this venustum. That's fine. These younger ones, like this one was doing really bad when I had it in my window. Now it's doing good. This is my Oncidium Mendenhall. It's a Psychopsis, but he actually is just putting out a new leaf right there. This one, we got a new leaf. So that is exciting. This is our Gloriosum little bulb guy. he hasn't done anything. But check out my Cattleya. So this is a brand new shoot that is coming out with my Cattleya. You can also see he's sun stressing a lot. He kind of sticks out around the corner right there. Also super happy with my Brassavola yellowbird. You can see all of the new growth. Like all of these tiny little shoots right here are all brand new. It has been loving it, and it doesn't get a ton of light down here. Like it's not that, I mean, when the door is closed, it is a little bit brighter because the light reflects from everywhere. It's really just getting, like, you can see all this humidity, like it just is all over, right? So loves the humidity. This one also, this Cattleya is popping off. We've got quite a few new growth points, and these were not growing for me at all. Oh, it looks like we might be getting a flower? Question mark? That is exciting. I do have this one little orchid, and he's also been loving it. You can see we have 2 new growth points at the top right there, and this one's got a new leaf that's unfurling. So this is another one of my Psychopsis. We have this Philodendron right here. This is my Philodendron Adabapoense Billitai hybrid, and also my little Adabapoense stuck in there. I stuck it in the moss right there. And then my Houseplants variegata, who is throwing hands in a couple spots right now. Now, let's talk about these guys. So these guys haven't been doing an awful lot except rooting. So they've been rooting a lot. I've actually left the plastic on this one. I just thought it might be nice. This Forgetii is making moves. You can see new roots happening from a couple different spots. So that's great. And then you can see the cup. Like the roots are thriving. All of those fuzzy roots right there are all brand new. He's gonna be so excited to see this, but like it is literally thriving, you guys. Now we got the Billitai, or the Billietier, or Billietier. I don't know. People are saying it very fancy lately. Currently working on his new leaf. You can see that the little dude here has activated. Albo back here is also doing fine. He's kind of chillaxing. We're seeing some new growth. We're seeing some new growth on my Standaleyana Albo. He stopped being half moon variegated, but looks like whatever we're getting with this new one might be a new half moon. Oh, and then let me show you the begonias. I got a couple begonias back here. So we have Begonia Cleopatra. I need to water these ones soon. They're starting to droop. Begonia Cleopatra is doing super amazing. Back here we have Begonia Burkillii. Needs to be watered, but is doing fine. Our Begonia Malachysticta is also coming back. This thing like died back completely. You can see the dead stems. He came back and he's working on himself. We got a couple new leaves coming in currently. We got our little begonia friend who is just, I mean, taking off. There is so many new growths happening in here. This is a Rex begonia I got from Lowe's that I'm obsessed with. Wanted it for so long. I passed up on it last year and was so lucky to find it again. Obsessed with it. I think it's one of the most beautiful begonias I actually own. Then we have my little begonia Raja hanging out in the back, also taking off. I took quite a few cuttings to bring to Anya, so he's recovering. Then we have one of my favorite Hoya. This is my Hoya Acuta variegata, reverse variegata, and both of the new stems are taking off, so amazing. Literally was not growing before I put it in here. Haven't seen new growth on it yet, but we are getting a pretty ridiculous root system. I love that it's growing in the crevices of the water bottles. Now we're gonna talk about the big boys because this is exciting. This is probably my biggest success as a plant parent. So in the beginning of this video, we propagated the Ilsamanii, and I'm gonna make a separate video about this once they're done because I am a proud mom, okay? I am excited. I got invited to join this little Facebook group for people who own Ilsamanii. I was nervous because I wanted to propagate my Ilsamanii and I didn't know what the best way to do it would be. I found a girl who propagated her Ilsamanii by taking cuttings, just fresh cuttings, sticking them straight into soil, like a very barky aeroid medium, and she just let them go. And she watered them normally, nothing too wild, and they freaking rooted, dude. But I don't do that. That's like risky because you can risk drying it out. But I have this new fancy tent. So I was like, perfect timing. I can try this. It's gonna be humid in there. It's gonna be bright. Hopefully the conditions will be right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to show you my freaking Ilsamanii propagations. We do have one sad boy. He's not dying. The stem is completely fine, but he's also not growing yet. So we're not gonna talk about him because he's figuring himself out. But 4 successful propagations. You guys, this is a big deal. This is like the most expensive thing I've ever propagated. And when you propagate something, you do risk losing it. So I was terrified. So the first things first, this was the original leaf I got on the stem, okay? And I did propagate the stems. Here is the, oh, I almost dropped that, white princess. Here is our stem. I'm hoping that there is an auxiliary bud or axillary bud, however you say it, somewhere on the stem. I have yet to see it happen. And the stem is too woody for me to really see if there is one. So he's potted up, living his best life. He has a lot of roots. We're waiting. We're watching, we're waiting. This guy, I thought, only had 1 auxiliary bud. So I was like, okay, I need to be careful how I cut this because I don't want this to be just like a leaf that will never grow. I don't want a spent node. I was pretty careful with how I cut it. However, I cut it so that we would have that node, which by the way is actually pushing growth. Like that tiny little red nubbin right there is actual growth. And look at that, there was another one. So we have 2 activated growth points on this Ilsamanii. Are you kidding me? And before you guys tell me to cut it right in the middle right there, I'm not gonna do that because it won't be growing like that fast if I cut it. So we're just gonna see what happens, see who grows first or if they both come in at the same time. Here's our top cutting, okay? So this is the top cutting. Here's the little top cutting, right? I thought it was gonna grow from the top cutting. Wrong. It's growing. It's growing from down there, from the axillary node. So that is exciting. Next guy is my favorite leaf. This one was scary. I might have done a little mini update and I can't remember, but I did find a little bit of bacteria. So I did have to make a little cut. He has healed totally fine from it. Also, look, it's kind of sun-stressing pink right there. And he is also popping off. Little dude is growing in. You guys, like, I cannot stress this enough. We did it. And our last guy, look at him. Look at him go. Look at them go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That is my Ilsamanii update. That's the big one, but I do have another big update. Are you ready for this? We got a new obliqua leaf. How amazing is that? And I just got this thing in the mail. Again, this was kind of why I was holding out on updating you guys because so many exciting things were happening and I was really hoping I would get to spend at least 1 more week kind of with the plants here, you know, supervising them, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't get what you want. But here's our leaf. Do not think it is fenestrated. I think we're gonna get another unfenestrated leaf. By the way, these are snail bites, not fenestrations. Gloriosum. This is not mosaic virus. This is literally, I burned my plants. You'll also see it here. I also burned this leaf a little bit, that little brown spot. I also burned this leaf right here on this mame. And then you can see we have a new one coming in right here, but those are our burned leaves for the most part. So you can see the damage. This is what it looks like when you sunburn your plants. And I really did a number, and it's kind of cool though because they do also sun stress if you don't burn them too badly, but I burned them pretty badly and we did even like lose a couple leaves. So this is just sunburn. This is nothing but sunburn. So like if this happens to you, don't panic. Like if you get a grow tent and then all of a sudden your leaves are kind of yellowing in places, it's just a sunburn. You just need to turn down your watts. So here's where it's been at. I had it all the way up here, which you can even see how bright that is. So now it's down here, right at 20. And at 20, I haven't had any issues. So let's talk princesses and erubescens. So here we have my white princess. We have a new leaf coming in that actually has some little chunks of white on it. You can probably see right under the frill right there. Here is our Botanica's pink princess. I don't know if you can tell, but the leaves are much bigger and we have this new one, this one right here, brand new, and we're already getting a new leaf coming in as well. Next, this one's super exciting. This is my strawberry shake, and I was worried about this guy because, as you know, he was really affected by the TSA people dropping him. So he had 3 growth points and he actually lost all of the leaves on one of them from the TSA dropping him. So we got them back. let me try to show you. So this growth point right there, the one that this leaf is connected to, we got this leaf and it was super damaged. It's the only one we didn't lose. And we just put out that new leaf right there. He's not anything super special yet, but he's also still hardening off. We also did just get this new leaf, this one with the little pink stripe, and this one is still hardening off as well. It's super, super beautiful. And we have a new leaf coming in already right there. So she is loving it. She's also getting larger, which I'm just so thrilled about. Here we have an exciting one. This is my elbow, and you haven't seen this new leaf yet. How beautiful is that? It's very odd, in my opinion, kind of peculiar, and we can already see where the new leaf is going to come from. I am a little concerned. The petiole is pretty white, so I hope it doesn't go super white, but this is my Botanicas elbow I got from them last summer. We have this dude. I did have to cut off one of his leaves because I damaged it so bad with the light. I didn't want it to like rot or something, so he's doing good. This is my Philodendron glorious. Here is one of my newer plants. We think it's a Philodendron Patricia, and you can see we have new growth coming in. That little hook right there, brand new growth. So exciting. That's not a mealybug, by the way. That white thing you're seeing is moss. Here's another little exciting one. This is like one of my favorite pots ever, by the way. And this little Syngonium albopodophyllum, new leaf. Literally, guys, I cannot explain to you. These plants, I felt like I was just keeping alive before, but now I feel like they're actually growing. All right, next we have my little Scindapsus pictus. Check out that freaking leaf. Or that little fuzzy stem right there. That's super cute. I might actually cut there and propagate it and put him in something, but yep, so this was an import. This new leaf was unfurling in the import, so I did not expect it to look the prettiest, but these ones look really nice. Oh, and we got a new stem. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. That is a brand new stem right there growing in. Sick. Burl Marks Variegata, who we're getting some new leaves from right there. I bleached it a little bit. You can see the yellow is a little bit whiter now, but I actually like it. I think it looks kind of pretty. It's also the prettiest one I've ever owned. Okay, here we have my Philodendron Jerry Horn, and we did just get the new horn. All right, here we have my Wilbur Graves No ID Hoya carnosa species type thingy. And again, look at that. Look at that. This was not growing that fast, even in my other terrariums. Get our little sad Gloriosum out of the way. We are getting a lot of new growth, but the poor guy is just so damaged. He's just kind of a little ugly right now. We also have another Gloriosum. This was my import Gloriosum, and look at that big new leaf we have coming in. That's probably gonna finish coming out before I get back from my little trip. Look at my little desk over here. We're making some room so I can move more freely in the little tent. Here is my little Varicosum and my Begonia Feryx, doing well, both of them. I think the Varicosum is currently pregnant, so we will see a new leaf soon. And then check out all these roots. Pretty amazing. All right, the Philodendron side. So here is our Wakapawensi and new leaf. Back here we have our Gigas. I'm actually gonna be propagating this guy today because he's just huge. Here's another one I'm gonna be propagating today. This is my Squamiferum. I'm just tired of how tall he is. Down here we have my two Philodendron species Ecuador glossus, or as people have been calling it lately, Philodendron small silver. I think you can actually buy it under that name at a few websites right now. Then we have my pink princess. She just put out a new leaf. Half of it is pink, but it is still unfurling, as you can see, and she's been doing really good. We've gotten 2 new leaves since putting her in here, this half moon, and then this one that's also, I think, half moon. Then we have the Mame, which I already showed you how much I sunburnt it to all hell, like, wow. But this new one, I think, is literally unfurling. Yeah, just give it some little help right there. And that one looks really great. Wow, that's pretty. Wow, that's gonna be beautiful. Enjoying the humidity. I just love how pink that little spot is right there. Wow, that unfurled so easy. Love it. Then the last one we have back here is the Ploumanii, which we have some new growth. Look at that. She's hatching right there. That's where it's gonna grow in from. All right, I have one last Philodendron to show you, and that is my little pride and joy, which is this Philodendron Hederaceum variegata. I originally got this from the Peace, Love, and Happiness Club, And I bought it as like a pretty big plant, but then I got depressed. That's not a joke. I got depressed. I really neglected it. I neglected it really, really badly, actually. And it lost a lot of leaves, like all of these leaves right here. And then it actually lost a whole vine. It had a whole third vine in here. Beautiful. Like, I'm talking so beautiful. This was my first new leaf that we got on it. Like, that is just remarkable. That is amazing. Then we got this one. Then we got this one back here. And then this is our first new one in the grow tent. And you can see how sun stressed. Like, we have pink. We have pink on this stem, you guys. Like, sir. So that's amazing. See, that's just pink. Like, that's just literally pink. We triggered 2 new growth points, which is exciting. So here is our first leaf we got. When it originally opened up, I didn't think it would be variegated, but it is. It's slightly variegated. This side is just not as variegated as the other one. Did try to organize this area as like Anthurium to Philodendron, but over here, sneakily, we do have a little Philodendron Florida Beauty, and this is the new leaf that we got in the greenhouse. And this is not sun stressed. This is actually just a variegated yellow leaf. You'll see that there's the normal green color. This one is not. And Florida Beauties will actually put out yellow variegated leaves where the whole leaf is just yellow. And that's actually variegation. And this is exciting because I've never had so many Anthurium. Got the Forgetii down there, Crystallinum right there. Here we have a Regal, so beautiful. Another Forgetii. This is one that I purchased. This is Anthurium Poppy Magnificum, and I literally cannot wait to show you guys what this, like, when I get a new one. Oh my god, we're getting a new leaf. I didn't even notice. We're getting a new leaf right now. Look right there, you see it? Oh my god, I cannot wait. So beautiful. One day I will own a true Poppy, but this is Poppy with Magnificum, and it is huge and beautiful. Here is my QTQNC, which is for some reason leaning, tipped over, I guess. QTQNC, this is the original mix my plant came in to me from your local plant friend, or that plant friend. And I've got it air layered just to give it some more love, you know. You can see he's sticking out. That little tiny second, like that lower curve part is gonna be a brand new leaf. We're doing things, you guys, with our plants. Back here we have my Ace of Spades. It is pretty mature, but it's very iridescent. Then we have our other import, our last plant, I think that I'll actually be showing you because I think I've shown you everything. But this is my Anthurium clarinervium import I just got, and we're getting a new leaf. So, this might be something, but also that could be a dead old stem. I can't tell. That is the grow tent. So, I'm very happy with it. It's been very easy to use. I didn't set up the carbon filter. I decided that was just not gonna be my vibe. Anyways, yeah, the grow tent. And I mean, it's very vast. It's huge. As you guys saw me, I like zipped myself up in it earlier, so. Anyways, I know that this tent that I got is expensive because it was the complete grow tent kit. I hope that you will go check out their other grow tents. They have tents that are just the tent. It comes with obviously the metal bars and stuff, but if you want to buy the grow tent in light, they have bundles for that too. Don't do what I did and burn your plants. Right now, again, I keep it on 20 watts. I think 20 to 30 is probably good. Like, of course, putting your plants in something that's gonna increase humidity and light is gonna work. So I just feel like this is like a great thing to do if you have the money and you want something to help guide you with it. Like, the guide for putting it together was so great. I'll also include some videos I watched for some clarification. This is amazing. My friend Brooke got one. She literally saw mine and was like, okay, I need it. So she has one, and I mean, yeah, this product works. And if you don't want to spend all the money, like I said, there's some cheaper options for just the tent or the tent and the light or the fan or blah, 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 blah. That's my video. And I mean, it got my Oblique to grow, my Ilsamania. Like, these are I put my most expensive plants in this grow tent, you guys. But yeah, that's this video. Thank you so much, Spider Farmer, for sponsoring this video and for sending me this tent to try out. I Love it. I would buy this if it hadn't been sent to me. And it's so high quality. Like, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PlantMeAshley. I make content on both of those places. Please become a channel member. We have a very fast growing Discord community. We have gotten 49 members in the last 15 days. That is ridiculous. Welcome to the community, everyone. And a big extra thank you to the Planted Cauliflower, All the Green Places, and Botanicas for your extra YouTube member channel support. And yeah, other than that, you guys, I guess I'll see you later. Let me know if you end up ordering this grow tent or if you order one of their other tents. They have many different options and many different lights and different, you know, different accessories. So let me know what you order if you ordered. And yeah, I have a little discount code, which you can find at the link in the description as well. And I'll just have to see you in the next houseplant section. Or my grow tent, which is like my own houseplant section. Okay, goodbye.